Hey everyone, it's Steven and Jessi. We're going to be talking about WWE Survivor Series 2020 today. Giving our predictions. Throwback in the chat. What's up, bro? We got Rona Ghost in the chat. Corey Hummel. I don't know if Corey's still here or not. He always drops in early, but what's up, Corey, if you're still here? Tim, anyone else who wants to join the chat, much appreciated. As always, when we do our predictions, what we're going to do, we're going to throw all the matches up on the side of the screen, and we're just going to go kind of match by match, give our predictions, who we think is going to win, who's going to lose, if there's going to be any surprises, any of that kind of stuff. And as always, super chats are important on these kind of episodes. Big reason being, as we're going through the show, if you want your predictions out there, if you want any questions answered, anything at all, even non-WWE Survivor Series related, anything pro wrestling, or even MMA, if you want to ask me a question, send a super chat, or football. You got any football questions? Me and Jessi can talk football all day as well. So if there's anything specific you want us to talk about, send that super chat. Otherwise, welcome everyone to the show. And Jessi, how are you doing today? That's wild. It's saying they can't hear you. I wonder why that is. Sorry. Can you hear Jessi
What?
now? Can you hear Jessi now?
Can you hear
Sorry,
me?
sorry guys.
Me?
I think I
Sorry.
somehow
Oh
had her
no.
muted.
Eh. My.
Let's give it just a second for the chat to catch up to let us
Okay,
know.
yeah.
If that was my bad, y'all. If I don't know how
Eh.
that happened. We've done this exact same setup 1,000
I
times.
know. Am I back?
I think there's just a little bit of
They're
lag
still
on
they're
the
still
chat.
slow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on. Wait, they can hear me, I think. Yeah.
just
Can
make
you get like
sure.
two
Sorry, y'all.
yeses? There,
There she
okay.
is. Okay,
Okay.
thanks guys. Sorry
Awesome.
about that. I don't know how I accidentally muted Jessi. That's my bad. But we're good to go now. She had said that there was basically a baby in her lungs right now, and that's why
What?
she.
Kind of,
I was
yeah.
kind of pushing up against her lungs. All right. I don't know how babies work, but apparently they
Yeah.
go get up in your lungs. All right. So
Well,
beware.
sometimes well, I don't know, cause see, she's breech right now, so that means that she's head up here instead of head down below, which is where they're supposed to be turned out. You know what I mean? I mean, if you know how
I'm pretty sure I
like.
came out feet first. I'm almost positive. Like
Are you for real?
I might have. Like I'm pretty sure I've heard stories about that kind of. Yeah. I don't.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, baby stuff though is
But
not my forte for sure. So.
yeah, so so she is breech right now, and I remember when Scarlett flipped. I remember when
Mm.
she flipped because it was like, "Bleh," and I almost like threw up. It was like really weird. But I don't know. I feel like she may have flipped. I don't know. I've been feeling a lot more movement up on top because I've been feeling a lot more movement down below,
Mm.
which is you've heard me scream a little bit before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah. Um, so I don't know, but now she's like up here and like so be careful. Like
Yeah.
so it's like up here right now, and that's like where your lungs are. So it's like sometimes I'll sound like I'm out of breath, but I'm not. So if I go like this, it's because she's like up in my lungs. She's like sticking her hand or her foot. I'm not sure which one
Oh, that's
up there.
fucking wild. I've told Jessi
It's crazy.
before, like, I used to work with a lot of women back when I did, like, retail and stuff like that, and every now and then, the baby would be kicking or, like, hiccuping, and they ask if I wanted to, like,
Yes,
feel their
hiccups are so great.
tummies, and it's fucking surreal. Because I don't have any kids of my own, so, like, it's one of those things, like, this kind of stuff is it's just so
Yeah,
surreal to me, the entire process and everything, you know?
it's great. And then I have my baby shower thing, Zoom thing Saturday, which is in the middle of the Indiana game. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And
You
so
asked
that
if I
makes me,
wanted. You asked if I wanted to go to that like a couple months ago, and I was like, it sounds fun, but I don't know what I'd do like sitting
yeah, I
on
don't even know what I'm
Zoom.
supposed to do. So like, if there's anyone in the chat that, um, if there's anyone in the chat who like can think of like a fun virtual baby shower game, like I want to do like guess the due date, the length, and the size, but I don't know like what to send them. Or like maybe I'll just write it down. I don't know. I've never had a baby shower before. I didn't get one last time, so I was in the hospital the whole time. So,
Gotcha.
oh, throwback. Oh, cool. Um, sorry, throwback. I just thought, yeah, sorry, I don't check my DMs. That's why you should subscribe to my OnlyFans if you want. I know throwback probably is not your thing, but I'm saying if you want to DM me, go to my OnlyFans, cheap plug promo. But yeah, cool. I'll do that. That sounds fun. Just let me know when. Um,
Dylan in the chat. What's up, Dylan? Dylan's been
but
doing a lot of reviews.
yes,
So
Dylan's
good
been
for him.
killing it.
Yes, Ghost. I actually subscribed to his channel myself, so I'm a subscriber
I
over there,
did
Dylan.
too.
So yeah, I don't know if there's anything to really talk about. Like, I mean, I'll just throw this out there. My Minnesota Vikings this past weekend, I was gonna put it out there. Fucking, they're looking good. Well, yesterday technically for the Vikings, they were the Monday night game, but they're on a little run, so I'm happy about that. They have
They won me money on Monday, so I'm happy.
Oh, good. What did you did you take like the
Like
spread or on the game?
No,
or?
I do DraftKings.
Nice.
So I do the fantasy. So I pick because I don't like those long term. Like I used to be in fantasy leagues, but long term leagues are annoying because people get hurt. There's games canceled, like especially right now. Oh, probably should not be touching my husband's shirt. Ew. Um, and that sounded weird, but trust me, if you know, you know. But like, yeah. So I just like to do it week by week.
Yeah, I love fantasy football. Just for what it's worth, I fucking love it.
Me too. Like, I love fantasy. I love it. I love the trash talk. I love.
I won in fantasy yesterday too.
Teaching my ways. You did? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm 5-5 in my league right now. It's a very competitive league. We've had the same league since high school, so we're going on like.
That's right. I know
like
you told me your controversy earlier.
Wait, what was earlier this season? I can't remember. A
COVID,
lot has happened. Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, and then there was some other stuff. It's been a kind of crazy season. I'm the commissioner of the league, so it's like anything that happens that they're like we've had to vote on a whole bunch of stuff throughout the year too. Normally it isn't like that. It's usually pretty chill, but like anyway, I got the win, so I was happy about that. But
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. It was
Browns
very
won.
rewarding.
Browns won too.
Yeah, and I got Jarvis Landry.
You do?
I have Jarvis Landry on my team. He hasn't done a whole lot, but like with OBJ being out, like, and they can't always just give it to Chubb every game.
It was raining. Well, and we have Kareem Hunt too, but it was raining. It was raining quite badly.
It was actually wild. Yeah, it was wild they were even playing. Like watching that, it was coming down.
I'm glad they did. And then Nick Chubb, I was not mad at Nick Chubb for the record running out of bounds.
As a smart play.
Sports fan,
yeah,
it was so smart because if you're the Browns, you do not give anyone 30 seconds to score. Like you just don't. So even though I did have him in my DraftKings, and it probably would have benefited me maybe a little bit, I wasn't mad.
Yeah, my brother had Nick Chubb on fantasy, so he was like losing his shit. He was like, "Go in the fucking end zone!" Like, no.
I know. I was like, but then I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So.
There was a team that did that accidentally went into the end zone a couple weeks ago that wound up losing.
And then they lost, yeah.
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 So
yeah, football.
Throwback said DM sent. So you might
so I gotta go in there? Throwback. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go look later.
Jay Jeezy, what's up? Jay Jeezy's big long time viewer. I say long time, we've been doing this for like a little over half a year now, I guess.
We've been doing this since forever, I feel.
It's wild. Yeah, because...
No. We hit 11,000 subscribers yesterday.
That's awesome. I'm very happy with that.
I know. We gotta get... Sorry, we were going to do a giveaway sometime. It's just...
We will.
If only you knew what was going on now.
I mean, I have some small things for y'all, like, I can give out.
Yeah,
and
I do
mail
too.
out and stuff, too. Like, I've given away things throughout the history of the show too, just random like action figures and 8x10s and stuff also.
Yeah.
So we try to, but they're obviously this time of year, and also with Jessi, like there's obviously a lot going on with her at the moment, and then like I've got stuff going on over the holidays too. So, but it's something we have talked about. We will get you some prizes for.
If anyone thinks of anything cool that they would like.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Is there anything specific that anyone would want? Because
that's not like $500. That's but like something fun. and cool. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, y'all are the ones that got us here, so I guess y'all should give the input, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh, movement.
I've got a couple little like action figures and 8x10s and stuff that I'm either gonna put in like just a big package with whatever we come up with, or if it's taking a minute for us to figure out the best thing to do, I'll just do a couple individual giveaways for that kind of stuff also. So we'll like we like giving stuff away. Like we've been
I like
talking
giving
about
stuff
it.
away too. I
Yeah.
think it's fun.
Um, was there anything else in the chat that I should be aware of before we go into this? Oh, throwback. I saw you direct message me as well. I will get back to you about that. I have to see what my schedule looks like next week, but I will I mean, I'm definitely interested if I'm free, but I just need to find out if I'm free or not. Anyway, is there anything else? Anything else we can think of?
I guess momentarily I just want to say, I mean, if you saw my Twitter last night, you know how disappointed I was that Drew McIntyre did not use his sword in a no disqualification match. Like,
Yeah.
what? He just won with his, like, skill. I was like, really? That's so boring. Skill? Really? We all know you have talent. Like, whatever. You should have used a sword. I mean, Randy Orton takes out eyes. I mean, wait, no, he doesn't. That was Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
I
he probably
think
would, though. I would not put it past him.
no, didn't they do a thing though, like a few weeks ago, where Orton did try to gouge his eye out, and like only like the UK or
Maybe.
Canada or something got? There was like a report about
Yes, no, Drew did that. Drew stabbed him in the eye with a pen.
that. Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking.
So maybe it would have been a little too far, but it would have been funny, and it would have been cool.
Well,
And so yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about that kind of stuff, I don't know if any of y'all watched Talking Chop and Mania 2 over the weekend.
I did not. I want to see it so bad. I heard it was so funny.
The main event of
I heard
that
it was
show,
great.
main event of that show was legitimately more entertaining than everything I've seen on Raw all year. Like, I'm not even
Really?
exaggerating. Yeah,
I heard it was so funny.
the main event was Gallows versus Anderson, ball for a ball.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Where the winner has to
It's like-
rip the scrotum off the loser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, we better get super chats because this is gonna be demonetized as heck. I know it's cringe to beg for super chats, but whatever, because that is so funny.
Oh yeah, we got demonetized like I said fuck like 3 seconds into this show. So yeah, we're
I mean, we've been doing okay,
yeah, that's whatever.
but oh man, I gotta speak to you after the show about something. Anyways, that reminded me. But good thing. But
oh, good thing. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But
Dad.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, talking about Mania 2 is fucking hilarious. There was a lot of good stuff on independentwrestling.tv this past weekend. Like fucking Ming wrestled over the weekend. Like Haku, Ming from WCW, WF. He fucking wrestled this weekend. He wrestled Slack, who's like a deathmatch fucking icon right now.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking nuts. And the night before that, Schlack wrestled Neil Diamond Cutter, the Honey Badger, and they bled all over the place. It was disgusting, but I watched it. Yeah, I fucking love indie wrestling. Ugh. It's so much better than the shit we're about to talk about. So let's talk about fucking...
Oh man, I know.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. This is what I wanted to pull up.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe
be slacking lately.
Yeah, it had been good.
Oh, and if anyone wants to talk about, if anyone has any super chats, if you want to super chat, I mean, we're gonna go through this because this is something we should talk about. But if anyone wants to super chat their input about Zelina Vega, we can talk about that too. But
oh yeah, good call. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just go through this card? And if anyone really wants to hear about that, then we can talk about it.
Good idea. All right. Well, I guess we'll start right at the top. So a lot of this stuff. I've been paying attention to Raw enough to know what's going on, but this is probably the least excited I've been for any WWE pay-per-view that I can remember. Yeah. So, but
especially a big 4 or 5 or whatever they call it now.
Yes, exactly. Like Survivor Series has been around since the beginning, and it used to be something that was it was a lot of fun, to be honest. It was like teams of people that you didn't ever expect to team up, and they were teaming up for reasons. This is just brand supremacy for people who were on the opposite show a month ago. Nobody it's so stupid. And
Yes, that's true.
even last night, the little bit I was paying attention to Raw, I did see Retribution beat Team Raw basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Slapjack, whatever his name was, is looking like a goof. Oh my
Oh, it
god.
was so funny. There was a on Talking Shop and Mania 2 in the main event. There was a group that came out that they called Retropooption,
I
and
saw that.
they were all dressed up in like clown masks and shit. There was one dude
I
wearing a
love
paper.
it.
There was one dude wearing a paper plate for a mask. It was the funniest
Oh
shit.
my god, that's so funny.
It was
I
so
have
funny.
got to watch this.
It was
I have
so
got to.
funny.
I would spend $50 on that. I would.
Yeah, you need to check it out. Like, I wish I had like a
I need
code or something
to.
where you could watch it, but I
I'll pay for it. I'll support that.
yeah. Oh man, yeah, it was.
That's so funny. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and I love it
But like,
because they were with the company like as this was all starting too. You know what I mean? It's like they're just shitting all over the WWE. It's so funny.
that's so funny. But I completely agree with you about this pay-per-view. Like, but I will say this: if I'm going to be positive, the pay-per-views and it feels like the pay-per-views where the majority of people have very low expectations for the pay-per-view end up being the best.
Sure.
So, I wouldn't. You are the best. Yeah, you are.
Out of nowhere.
Out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah.
You know
That's
what I
similar
mean?
with
So,
that happens with the UFC a lot too. Like this weekend actually is a
yeah,
perfect example. Their pay per view is on paper it doesn't look like a very good show, but like that happens a lot where you go into it thinking it's gonna suck, then the match is all over deliver. So
yeah,
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 hopefully this is good. Dylan with super
yeah.
chat.
Yes.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thank.
Says
You can read it.
I'm predicting Team SmackDown for the men because if Big E is in there and the last member, he will be the sole survivor. That's probably a good
That would be
prediction.
great. That's a great prediction, and that's something that's honestly a great idea because I had no idea how the heck this match was going to end, and that honestly is really good. So, and I think that would make sense because I think that Big E really needs to, if he truly wants to be a singles competitor, he needs to distance himself from the New Day, basically. I mean, he's there with the Street Profits for some reason. Um,
Yeah,
isn't he? Yeah.
I with Big E. So like I guess Dylan's essentially predicting he'll be the mystery partner for. So yeah, I mean
That would make sense.
that all makes sense to me. Yeah. And just for the record, with the match we're talking about is Team Raw, which is AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle, not Matt Riddle, just Riddle, versus Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens, oh, Jey Uso,
Yeah.
King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and to be determined. And Dylan saying it might be Big E there, which like me and Jesse said, that could very much be the
That would
case.
make the most sense now. Excuse me, someone else in the chat said Lars Sullivan, which I thought, oh, that actually makes sense too. But excuse
Yeah.
me, I have the hiccup for some reason. But yeah, I would love Big E. I think Lars Sullivan, while he's big and powerful, is very problematic. Just because of his past history, and I don't think it would be a good idea. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
if you have to make like a choice between Big E and Lars Sullivan, and picking Big E 100 times out of 100, like there's no
Yeah.
way. Like if Lars Sullivan isn't anything impressive to me. Like he
I
showed flashes of like being all right in NXT for like a little bit.
Yeah. And then he had I felt bad for him because he had those panic attacks before he was supposed to debut on Raw and then all this stuff came out. I feel like he would be better served instead of being on the Survivor Series team. I feel like it'd be better if he interfered with the Bobby Lashley Sami Zayn match or something. Like a mid card, like whenever the US title or the Intercontinental Champ, whatever brand he's on. I don't even remember.
Yeah, no, I mean I can see that too. Like I don't know. The thing with Lars Sullivan to me he's not any different than I mean the WWE's done this with so many people and it never really works out. Like this is the same story with the same push. Scarlett and the and basically like I just think of like Snitsky and like Heidenreich and even like Rusev and all these people they like build up and then they just get squashed by someone eventually and then like they're just in the mix and they try it with another big guy. Did it with Baron Corbin basically. Like it's it's kind of I just feel like we've seen this, what they're doing with Lars Sullivan. We've seen it 1,000 times, and he's very generic to me. But, I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I muted myself. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do as far as with him. But, like I said, I think he would probably be better served being on the mid-card range.
So who are you predicting officially for the match? SmackDown or Raw?
For this one, I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm gonna steal your thunder. I'm gonna say Big E. I really like that. I think that what Dylan said. Thank God. Thank you so much, Dylan, for that, because I was really kind of lost thinking about this match. The whole thing right now with Team Raw is, will they be able to get along? Will they be able to? Because obviously they just lost to Retribution, goofy Retribution.
Yeah.
And, so I feel like something's going to happen. The good thing about Survivor Series, kind of like the Royal Rumble, is it gives you, Survivor Series is a good way to start new storylines, like new feuds within wrestlers. So I feel like it would be a good way for them to, like, have Keith Lee beat up AJ Styles or Sheamus or Braun Strowman, and a feud between Braun Strowman and Keith Lee would be, I don't know, actually, never mind, it's kind of boring.
Well, I mean, like, they've done matches before where it just, like, ended in, like, a minute or whatever, like...
Yeah, but, like, an actual...
I mean, by the way, you could put Braun Strowman in the same category to me as Lars Sullivan and Heidenreich and everyone else I mentioned. The only difference being that they've actually pushed Strowman to the point of becoming the champion. But to me, I mean, and he's humongous. He's actually larger. Yeah.
Giant. I like the stuff he did with Alexa Bliss. I thought that was cute.
Mommy, I really wish I was Elsa.
You really wish you were Elsa?
No, can I dress like her?
Not right now. Wait for Daddy to get home, okay?
Can you do that? Thank you. Here we go.
Thank you so much.
I found it.
Thank you.
Can I use it?
Yeah, you can use this. But anyways,
I'm gonna be the makeup girl and you can...
maybe like Riddle turns heel.
Mommy, you can say hi, but...
Or maybe, where's your, what?
I was just saying, like, yeah, I guess. I mean, like, I just don't even care.
Like, this is so...
There's no stakes. Like, who cares? What's the winner get? Why does anyone... Brand supremacy isn't... Like, who fucking cares?
What's the point of brand supremacy when your brands don't even matter?
No, exactly.
When Drew McIntyre just is strolling on by SmackDown and just shows up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, it is ridiculous, and it's really sad because Survivor Series can be so much fun. Like, the most recent one that I can think of that was really fun was... the Authority versus the Talent or whatever, and then Sting showed up. Like, that was actually like the first WWE pay-per-view that I bought on the network. So, and then obviously I've been a subscriber to the network ever since. But, like, it makes it more fun when it has stakes. That's why Money in the Bank is so fun. That's why the Royal Rumble is so fun. Like, brand supremacy is not even something that WWE respects. Why would they expect me as a fan to respect it?
Yeah, exactly. It's, so, like, I just don't care who wins, to be honest, because there's nothing on the line. I mean, I guess collectively, I probably like Team SmackDown better as far as, like, the people in the team, especially if Big E's a part of that. Like, now, if it was Lars Sullivan, I'd probably flip-flop the other way and say I like Team Raw better. Because, like, you can say what you will about his outside the ring stuff, but, like, I'm a big fan of Riddle, like, as far as, like, a wrestler. But they've made him, but they've already made him just another guy who sounds really, really stupid when he talks. Because Riddle is the kind of guy who in real life, he communicates very similar to how he communicates, like, on this show. He just isn't saying stupid shit. Like, when he's up there like, oh yeah, you're dopey and you're Fireface and you're, but it's like, this isn't like, oh god, like, why are you ruining this guy?
Yeah, I know, he's so funny though.
I guess if people think it's funny, then, like, I guess it's working. I guess I just don't think it's funny. I don't know. I'm just like, this guy's
funny.
No, the guy's a fucking UFC, like, a good UFC fighter who should be, like, kicking people's asses. And he's out here like, Hey, Fireface. It's like, no, you should be like, fuck you, Goldberg, and
Okay, no,
and
that
Brock
was
Lesnar, and yeah,
that
like.
was cringe. But last night, wait, was it last night? Was it last night that he was talking with AJ? Yeah, Dux is Raw. I'm losing my dang mind. How he kind of like diffused the tension with AJ Styles by just like calling him a name and walking away.
Oh, so I missed that. So
yeah,
maybe that was good.
Yeah, he's good at like he's good at like looking tough and then like diffusing it with like a joke and then just walking away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because like in real life, he's actually like that too. Where if you've seen the clip of like him and Goldberg backstage, like when they were talking to each other, and Goldberg's like telling him like to stop calling him out on Twitter, and Riddle's like, "All right, bro," and he's like, "Stop calling me bro," and he's like, "Whatever, bro," and he's like, "You call me bro," and he's like, "It's all right, bro, it's all right," and like, because he's not afraid of Goldberg. Want to know why? Because he's actually a fucking legitimate fucking badass fighter, and he's not afraid of him. So like, I don't. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I like Riddle as far as like a wrestler. And I mean, whatever. I don't want to talk about any of his personal stuff because that's still like, there's still like that's still happening.
That's so nothing. We don't want to get sued. So.
Yeah. I love AJ. Still one of the best in the world. Keith Lee's awesome. I just don't care about.
Yeah, I love Keith Lee, but
I don't care about Sheamus.
They're making me not care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the women's match, which is
Scarlett, can you please? What did we talk about yesterday? Being a good listener.
No.
Oops. I'm sorry. I thought I muted it. I was being a mom for a second. We had a meltdown yesterday, so.
Fun. Well, Raw, yeah, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown for the women. We got Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce. And then on Team SmackDown, we got Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan. And I don't know who the two other members are going to be. I have literally no clue. So I don't know if y'all have a prediction in the chat, or if you have a prediction, Jessi, on who these people might be, and if you have a prediction for the match itself. Because this is another one where, like, I literally could not care less which team wins. So I'm going to go with Team Raw, but that's...
Yeah.
Because they have Nia and Shayna, that's the only reason.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go Team Raw and Lana being the sole survivor.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably a pretty good pick with how things have gone for her.
Yes, I feel like I don't think she'll put Nia Jax through a table, but I feel like something's gonna happen where Nia goes through a table, and Lana's partially at fault.
Yeah.
Like, maybe she gets Shayna to accidentally put her through a table. Like, maybe she, like, ducks out of the way and bloop. Bye-bye table.
Yeah, that'd be, because I haven't even thought about the scenario of, like, Lana actually putting Nia through a table, but, like, that would be awesome if that actually happened after all this.
Yeah.
But I do also like the idea of her getting Stockholm Syndrome and them not putting her through a table 1 week and her just putting herself through a table because people cheer for that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I hope that doesn't actually happen. After that, we got Bobby Lashley, the U.S. champion, versus Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental champion. This will actually probably be a really good match. This will probably be the best match of the whole night.
I think, this could be. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say Bobby Lashley wins, especially he has the Hurt Business, and he's just overall they presented him as, like, more dominant as a champion. Sami Zayn kind of has to, like, cheat to win and keep his title and that kind of stuff. So I expect, but it is really strange, heel versus heel like this, that they would do this, but I think Lashley will probably get the win. What do you think?
I think so, too. Unless Sami Zayn does something like, snarky heelish. And, like, I don't know what he could do, but unless he would, I feel like the way they book Sami Zayn, I feel like Sami Zayn would have to do some sort of clever heel shenanigan to get the win here. I feel like if the way they book Bobby Lashley versus the way they book Sami Zayn, if I'm looking at it in that aspect as a viewer of WWE, it's Bobby Lashley hands down. And then just Sami Zayn will complain about it because that's how they book him. So Sami Zayn will claim injustice and whatever.
I haven't watched SmackDown in forever. Is Sami Zayn still with Cesaro and Shinsuke, or Is that no? Okay.
I don't think so. He's just kind of on his own. Girl. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So you both got Lashley. I like Sami Zayn a lot. I mean, I was watching some El Generico matches last night, just like randomly, some matches that I hadn't seen in a long time from PWG.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like he was so fucking good. Maybe he still is. He's just completely different than he was then. Dylan's wrestling stuff with another super chat. If you want to read it out, Jessi.
Sure. Thank you so much, Dylan. This is actually a very, very, very good point by Dylan. Dylan says, and thank you so much again, Dylan. It says, I'm saying Sami Zayn because if they want to continue with her business and retribution, which is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I feel like that is a really good point. It would kind of... It would damage cookies. Yeah. It would definitely be... That would actually make more sense. But here's the thing. I'm thinking.
I mean, Bobby Lashley's beat up Retribution by himself.
Yeah, by himself.
So.
But thank you so much, Dylan, for the super chat.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. I mean, that's a good. I mean, that could happen too. The lights just go out, and then like they attack Bobby Lashley, and Sami Zayn just like laying on him or something.
Yeah, and Sami Zayn capitalizes on it.
So I can see that too. I think that's a good prediction, Dylan.
I think that's a really good prediction. That could happen, and that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because Retribution, but then again, Retribution doesn't like to show up to pay-per-views for some reason.
That's true. They don't want to break the rules or anything accidentally.
I know. They're very brand loyal.
Yeah. That'd be the funniest if that was Team Raw for brand supremacy, Retribution. But yeah, for my prediction, I will stick with Lashley, though. I think Lashley just gets a straight-up win over him. But the Retribution idea makes a ton of sense. After that, we have the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the Raw Tag Team Champions, taking on the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. If they give this match time, this one will be really good, too. What are your predictions for this one, Jessi? Who do you think wins between the two tag team champions?
This actually will be a lot of fun. I think this will be really fun. This will be a great match. I expect this to be super fun. I'm a little nervous, though. I don't know why. I just feel like Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford are very like high flying and do a lot of like risky moves. So I hope that they stay safe. But I love that song. But to me, watching the New Day come out without Big E, you feel like there's like a weakness there. You feel like they haven't quite found themselves yet, minus Big E. And I feel like they should play into that. They should play into that kind of emotional part of it. Like, I feel like if Big E was in this, they would win hands down. However, they're without Big E. They're kind of in limbo right now, trying to figure out their new groove. And, Xavier Woods is just getting back from his Achilles injury. I think that the Street Profits win this.
I think that's a good prediction. This one is probably the hardest one for me to predict as far as, like, this to me just feels like a coin toss, like 50-50.
Yeah.
It could go either way. Both teams are really good. I mean, I prefer the New Day personally, but of everyone in this match, though, I like Montez. I think Montez Ford has like the most upside of like anyone in this. Like he could be really, really good.
Yeah.
But I do like all four of them. It's just one of those things where like as a team I like the New Day better, but like individually I probably like Montez Ford the best of everyone right now in this match. I'll go with the New Day. But like it's literally a coin flip. And it's also because it still is Kofi Kingston, former champion. Xavier Woods, they could still do a lot with him. I mean, I've liked Xavier Woods since a lot of people don't know this. He wrestled right up the street from me. So I got to see Xavier Woods versus Cody Rhodes in high school on the high school wrestling match.
That is so cool.
That's some old school for you. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go with Xavier and Kofi. But like I could have just as easily went with the Street Profits. I'm just hoping it's a really good match because everyone involved has a lot of talent, so it should be really good.
Yeah.
After that, we got Asuka versus Sasha Banks, champion versus champion. And these are all non-title matches, by the way. I think everyone already knew that. But
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with... I mean, they should be good. Two of the best women they have.
So good.
This is a tough one, too. I'm going to... Because Sasha doesn't have anyone with her anymore, right? It isn't Bailey, no one else. Like, there's no... It's just Sasha. If that's the case, I'm gonna go Asuka. I'm gonna say Asuka gets the win. For my money, Asuka is still probably the best female talent they have, like, on the main roster. That's just my personal opinion. And I think that she should win because of that. Like, she entertains me the most. I think she should win. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna give my, like, traditional prediction, and then I'm gonna just go really weird and wild and crazy and silly. What's wrong? Oh, you gotta be careful. I'm gonna say, okay, so if it's just a straight up match, it will be great. This will be a great match. I'm really excited for this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I would definitely say Asuka. However, if I'm going wild and crazy and stupid, I would definitely say that Sasha Banks will win because Asuka will be beat up by Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah, that's a definite wild card prediction.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that would be super cool. I don't know. I just feel like something fun needs to happen. I don't know.
I mean, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see Ronda back.
Me too. I miss her. I don't know. I feel like they kind of need that. I know that they've got, like, a lot of women and stuff, but I feel like that would be really fun.
Well, there should always be room for Ronda Rousey. She's still a bigger star than anyone the WWE has. Like, still to this day, Ronda Rousey's name holds more weight than any woman the WWE has under contract. It's like Brock. It's like Brock. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, Ronda Rousey probably has bigger name value than as far as, like, the full-time WWE wrestlers, than all. She's more popular than Roman worldwide still, probably. I'm a Roman Reigns fucking fan, as we're about to talk about here in a second. Like, I think Roman is the biggest star they've made since Cena. But I still think worldwide more people know who Ronda Rousey is. So she's probably the biggest star. I shouldn't even seclude it to just the women. Like, she's probably the biggest star in the entire company, male or female, if she comes back. Dylan with another super chat.
Thank you, Dylan. What does it say? Hold on, sorry, not what does it say? I'm trying to see what my daughter has. Oh, okay. You want some?
The big one's mine. The big one's Daddy.
She's got a tub of gummy bears.
I like Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears are good.
But sorry, I was trying to. What I meant to say was, "What do you have?" And I said, "What does it say?" I was trying to. My brain was going in two places. But thank you so much, Dylan. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dylan. It says Banks and Asuka may not be a fresh pairing, but they always deliver high quality matches. My pick is Asuka. I agree with all that.
Yes, agree. Save for Ronda Rousey, which will not happen, but still, that would be lots of fun. And I like to live dangerously.
Yes.
A la Baker Mayfield.
Hey, I'm all for it. I would love to see that happen. But Dylan, I think you're out of the money. These are two of the best wrestlers they have. Like Asuka and Bailey, Bailey as well. But Asuka and Sasha, it is a really good matchup. Like, this is, I'd be happy to see this on any pay-per-view for the WWE. So I'm all for it.
Yes.
Main event. All right, so last night, Drew McIntyre won the WWE Championship for Randy Orton. It's going to be him versus Roman Reigns. So I'm just going to throw this out here, and then I want your thoughts and prediction. But, like, I don't think there's a possible way for me to stress the level of what I'm trying to say with what I'm about to say. If anything other than Roman Reigns just straight up beating Drew McIntyre happens, I might, like, legitimately just stop watching the product completely. Roman Reigns cannot fucking lose this match. Like, he is the best thing that they have done in so fucking long. Like, it's unfuck-upable. Like, right. Drew recently lost to Randy. Him losing to Roman wouldn't be a big deal. What's probably going to happen is no one's going to win. It'll probably be a double something where nobody winds up winning. But Roman Reigns better not lose this fucking match. Like, I don't care about the WWE at this point to a very large extent. I'm very biased towards AEW at this point. I'm not afraid to admit it. They are putting on better shows, just in my opinion, and I love that product. The WWE is doing hardly anything for me. The one thing it's doing is I'm very fucking interested in Roman Reigns, and he is bringing new fans in. He's the old fans like myself that are like have a foot out the door are keeping that other foot in strictly because of Roman. Like, people can say what they want about him being pushed as the babyface and it not working year after year and the Undertaker streak and all. I was in the crowd. Fuck you, Roman. Like, I'm with you.
I was there too.
Right. And it's things have changed. What we are being given right now with the current Roman Reigns character, like, this is the best thing they've done. This is the best. I'll go as far as to say this is the best thing WWE has had going for it since CM Punk dropped the pipe bomb. This is the best. It's been like 10 years since something like this good has been going off the WWE. So if Drew McIntyre goes into this match, Claymore kicks him and wins, I'm fucking out. But so I'm going with Roman Reigns. What is your prediction?
I agree. I feel like you cannot. If you're watching this strictly based on the history. Okay, hold on. I just feel like with the way they've booked Roman, the way that they've pushed him as such a. I'm trying to think of another word. BADASS. You know what I mean? Such a force. A badass. She was like right there. So it's like
badass.
Yes. If he's such a oh man, she farted. If he's such a badass and such a he's the head of the table. He is just the biggest, and he's got Paul Heyman, for God's sake. Paul Heyman's like scared of him. I feel like, and like you said, I hope to God this isn't a main event with a crap finish, because that would just, that would put a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, it makes sense because you want to protect both your champions or whatever, but that's the point of Survivor Series, is champion versus champion. You can't, you shouldn't be able to get out of it. And it makes sense. I feel like you could explain it away that, Drew McIntyre had a championship match against Randy Orton and just won it back on Monday, so he's probably still tired or whatever. Or they could have played up an injury or something. I mean, we'll see what happens on Friday. I don't really see much, but booking-wise, I just can't see. And like you said, you just can't weaken Roman Reigns' character even a little bit at this point, even if it's a loss to another champion. You just can't do it.
He has enslaved his cousin. like this guy.
Right?
Like, this guy, keep going with it. Like, because eventually what's going to happen, spoiler alert, it's going to be him versus The Rock at WrestleMania. And that's going to be for, fucking family supremacy. And so Roman has to be built to a level where it's believable that he can go in there and, he's never going to hit the popularity of The Rock, but
he has to be
it's got to look
within competition.
Exactly. It's got to get it, because it's going to be a big thing mainstream. It's going to be something where they're going to be expecting a lot of eyes from outside of the WWE on this thing, and it's got to be believable that Roman Reigns is on that type of level, like you're saying. And that's how you get there.
He should not lose until WrestleMania, or even at WrestleMania. He should not lose.
He should beat The Rock. Yeah.
He should beat The Rock. He should absolutely beat The Rock, because The Rock is, he's really buff, but he's an old man who hasn't been in a wrestling ring in a really long time. Makes sense. He should not lose. If they want to build up, because The Rock is like the mecca right now of professional wrestling. I mean, even though, he's like a billionaire, he's like a legitimate billionaire, almost, I would believe, on par with Vince McMahon at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you just bought the XFL from him.
Yeah, he just, wouldn't that be wild if he bought the WWE?
He could probably afford it.
He could probably afford it, dude. He could probably save it. But anyways, it just makes so much sense. I mean, I don't think that would hamper Drew McIntyre at all. So if you're looking at it from what does Roman Reigns have to lose, and what does Drew McIntyre have to lose? Drew McIntyre has way less to lose by losing to Roman Reigns than Roman Reigns. If you have Roman Reigns lose to Drew McIntyre, you tarnish his character. You really do. Because they're building him up as, like you said, an unstoppable, head of the table, blood money, blood force guy. And I feel like they have to go all the way with that. And it makes sense. And like you said, like Drew McIntyre does not falter for losing to Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns is freaking Roman Reigns. Look at Roman Reigns right now.
Right. Exactly.
I mean...
And Daniel, yeah, I get it. Like, I know Vince isn't going to sell the company to The Rock, just hypothetically. Like,
oh, yeah, I was just saying.
The Rock's not buying the WWE.
Not...
The Rock probably wouldn't want to buy the like. Why would you want to buy something?
No, God, why would you want to buy that?
That's trending the wrong direction.
Yeah. Well,
worldwide, their stock prices have never been higher, but they're still firing people. So,
right?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I feel like even though this pay-per-view feels very meh again, I think it like every pay-per-view, I'm like, I don't really care what happens. It's good and it's entertaining. Hell in a Cell is great, and it impressed me. So I'm really hoping that because my expectations are so low that it'll blow me out of the water and prove me wrong. I love it. I love it when WWE proves me wrong.
Sure, and on pay-per-view, like you just mentioned, there are things that wind up being good on most of these pay-per-views. So like,
oh yeah.
So at the end of the day, like I am looking forward to watching this to see what happens. The problem more so lies in how we're getting to all these, like having to sit through Raw after Raw after Raw. That's just so bad in the build up to this stuff. And the talent's there. See, that's
absolutely,
and that's a misconception I think people probably have of me, like personally. The WWE has a lot of amazing talent on their roster. Like what I'm saying is never usually, and I shouldn't say never. There's certain people that I think get pushed that shouldn't, but like for the most part, I agree with everyone who you're seeing on your TV screen getting airtime. It's just a matter of the stuff that they're having to do on the show, and then like. And having pay-per-views like this where like you could have taken all the brand supremacy stuff out of it, all that kind of stuff, and you could have had something as simple as Team Raw. Okay, the winning team, I'm literally just thinking this as I'm talking. You could have something where the winning team, the five people who win, or if there's like a sole survivor, whatever, whoever's left on the winning team is getting a title shot. If there's 3 people left, it'll be a triple.
Exactly.
It'll be a triple threat match on Monday. If it's 1 person left, he gets the shot. If there's 4 people, it's a 4, and there's a title shot on the line. Something, but like this just doesn't
give them something to actually fight for.
Right, and if you're gonna give them something to fight for, don't make it something that's so blatantly. Like, it just, like, insults the fans' intelligence so hard. Something like brand supremacy when you just had a draft, like, a month ago, and half these people were on the other show.
A month ago? God, it feels like it was last week. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, whenever it was. I mean, because there's been... And the amount of misses...
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
Like, Retribution wasn't meant initially to be, like, a joke, y'all. You know what I mean? This was supposed to be, like... an invasion, like this badass, like Antifa style, like invasion, and what wound up happening in the cinder, and what wound up happening is it's just a joke, you know, like that, and that was like the big story for like the last half a year has been that, like,
which sucks because I really want Retribution to be good, and honestly, I actually do enjoy Retribution. Yeah, once I'm done, I will. Like. I enjoy it for the campiness of it. Like, I really do. And I know that people get mad at it. I think it's hilarious. Like, every time, was it T-Bar, the one with the dreads and the mat? Every time he, like, looks at the camera, goes,
yeah.
I just giggle incessantly. It just makes me laugh. It brings me joy. But I don't think that's the joy that they want me to have. Like, just the double cinder block thing, just throwing a cinder block through the glass and then throwing another one for no reason.
That was the best.
It's just so, oh my God. And then just like taking chainsaws to the ring ropes and the chainsaws not even cutting the ring ropes. Like, and then just Slapjack just looking like not being able to see through his mask and just like giving, I can't remember who it was, just giving him a bear hug. And
That's so
like,
bad. God.
it was just, it's beautiful. It's art, honestly. It's like art, like, 'cause, there's no mistakes in art.
Yeah. So yeah,
It,
Daniel, Madden's Mason, but they both wear like the big fucking things over their faces. Like Mace
yeah.
has like the predator mask thing, and like
And
Dodger.
it's Mace. Mace, every time he looks at the screen.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they like look
And
right
I
in his
don't
eyes,
know.
and he's like, in like the camera, like as they're coming down to the ring, it's like constantly like panning in and out and
Oh, I can't even
sideways.
look, dude. I can't even look.
Yeah. So, oh my god, I just don't understand. Like, oh my god, it's just so bad.
I
And
love
then,
it.
and every time the camera pans in on Dijakovic, I'm just seeing a man slowly dying in front of a camera week by
Oh
week in
man,
front of
I
us.
know.
Like,
What happened to his Twitter? Does he still roast people on Twitter?
yeah, as
He
T-Bar,
does.
I don't know
Okay.
how often. It's hard for me to like.
Because I
I
haven't
can't.
seen any across my timeline lately, and those are really funny.
Oh,
And they've got,
I've been like muting people in the WWE instead of like unfollow because I just don't care. There's just so much I don't care
yeah.
about at this point. I'm like, get this away from me. like, I drove for 5 hours from Nashville, Tennessee to St. Louis, Missouri to watch Dominic Dijakovic, or at the time, Donovan Dijak at the time, and now T-Bar. I drove fucking 5 hours to watch him wrestle Marufuji once. And like this guy was at that time had wrestled for like a year or two. Like he was still like really new and had just got signed to the
Yeah.
WWE because his potential and athleticism, it was undeniable. It was like we gotta sign this guy immediately. He was having these matches with Keith Lee on the Indies like nothing anyone had ever seen before. And I can only imagine how that conversation went when they pulled him into a room and were like, all right, so what we're gonna have you do is you're gonna shave your head, you're gonna paint your face like a doofus clown, and you're gonna grunt into a microphone from now on, and you're T-Bar. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I could have signed anywhere else and been like a fucking like world champion level, just like a normal dude who's really good at wrestling. But
But you know what?
This.
But you know what I would have done? I'd have been like, I'd been really mad, and then I would have looked at the checks, the monthly checks that I would be getting, the amount of zeros on the end of that, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm T-Bar.
Yeah, true.
Go.
True.
Let's do it.
But see, the thing
Dude,
is,
you gave me that much money.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'd be T-Bar.
so you'd be surprised though. So like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna name names, but just for, I guess for track record's sake, before I say this, I said a few weeks ago on this show, I said that there was 6 people that I had heard of that had been signed to major contracts for major companies. And I said I wouldn't say who they were because I keep that stuff close to the vest. And when I find this stuff out, I'm usually the first of like 5 people to find this stuff, and they would know it's coming from. I'm not trying to leak shit and
Yeah.
ruin my reputation. But okay, guess what, y'all? Since then, Alex Zayn signed to the WWE. That was one of them. Since then,
Yeah.
the Rascals have left Impact Wrestling. That's 3 of them. There's 2 more that are coming that I know of. One of them's with New Japan currently, and the other one's working the Indies. They're signing. I'm not saying with WWE or where else they're signing, but they've signed major contracts.
They're signing major contracts.
There was a guy that I know of who's been in wrestling for a very short amount of time who was actually approached by the WWE this past weekend, probably
Wow.
on Saturday night, and offered a spot at the PC to come in, and this guy's and he turned them down. Want to know why?
Whoa,
Because
of
no one
T-Bar.
wants to fucking go there anymore. If they're gonna take away your cameos, your Twitch pages, they're not
I
gonna let you
know.
fucking do anything outside
God.
the fucking company. And these people realize, like, oh no, I'm just gonna hold out. Eventually, Impact will sign me. I'll be able to do whatever I want. AEW will sign me. I'll be able to keep doing whatever. See, that thing with AEW is you will make comparable money to what the WWE's paying you. So like, or if not
Yeah,
more, because
because
you can
if
do
you
shit
could-
outside the company.
Dude, Zelina Vega's OnlyFans, she's charging people like $1,000 for stuff. $1,000.
If people are willing to
No
pay it.
hate. If I could get people to pay that, you bet your booty I would. But like, dude, and she apparently said that I don't know if this is through the grapevine, so if this is wrong, I'm so sorry. Apparently it was said that she made more money on Twitch than she did with WWE. Which I don't
Yep.
know much about Twitch. I know you do.
Yeah, I know. I fully believe it because
Really do.
yeah, because I don't know what Zelina was getting paid. I really have no idea. But even if she was, I would say if Zelina was making, I haven't thought about it too much. But if her WWE contract was less than like 200,000, she's definitely making more on Twitch. And she could very well be in like that kind of ballpark or lower. You know what I mean? Like 200,000 might even be like a stretch. I really don't know. And the reason that I base that is because she was probably on something kind of akin to like an NFL rookie contract. Like she was still not getting paid her full real value, especially considering. See, that's the other thing with Zelina was like they relied on her, Andrade, Humberto, and that whole group to carry them throughout the whole COVID era. And
That's right. They did, and she did great.
And they were on everything, but I guarantee you she never got like a new contract during that time. They're probably paying her as if like a rookie would pay a rookie, or like you know what I mean, like a quarterback's in like their third year, but like they're on the same deal as when they signed, but now they're actually worth like way fucking more than that, but they're still on the old contract. It's something like that where I'd imagine Zelina just wasn't making what you would imagine someone as good as her should be making. Because here's the flip side. You go to someone like AJ Styles. I actually heard, I think maybe it was Brian Alvarez talking about this the other day. I don't want to sound like I'm ripping him off, but probably similar examples. I think he had brought up how AJ Styles, like, because AJ Styles' contract is going to be very, 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 very different than Zelina Vega's. Like, when WWE comes to AJ Styles and goes, hey, we need you to shut down your Twitch, he's like, no problem. Because it's like, he's already making a few million a year. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But
it just sucks, though, because I feel like that was a good bonding experience for him and his son. You know?
Yeah, it is shitty, but it's also one of those things in AJ's position. I mean, you also have to consider he probably won't be wrestling beyond the next 3 to 5 years just because of his age.
That's true. Go back. Yeah, and his name is noteworthy enough to not say that Zelina Vegas isn't, but AJ Styles was super popular before WWE. Yeah,
he's definitely a much, 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 much bigger name than Zelina Vegas. It's not even close. Like. That's even to this day, like and he owns AJ Styles. He can be AJ Styles outside the WWE. So if he wants to start a Twitch channel, he can just be AJ Styles when he leaves the company. Zelina Vega has to be I can't think of her name off the top of my head. It's kind of a unique name. Her real name is like cooler than Zelina. Zelina Vega is a pretty cool name though, but her real name is actually like cooler. Let me look it up because she actually has a pretty cool name. And if she goes by that on the indies, she definitely should. I think she goes by, Thea Trinidad. That's a pretty cool fucking name.
Yes, that's a beautiful name.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, but anyway, that's all to say, you know, that there's people, and there's some people that have been mentioned in the chat, like, Ibushi has turned them down multiple times, and that Ibushi was kind of a strange case though because he turned down it wouldn't have mattered if it was the WWE or he turned down AEW. He wanted to stay with New Japan and try to become the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Which makes sense, yeah.
It's just a life goal type thing for him, I think. Because the WWE,
which I think is fine.
Yeah, for sure. Because everyone figured for sure he was going to sign with the WWE after he did the Cruiserweight Classic, and
that's true. But
yeah, but. I'm glad he stayed where he did because he's still having incredible matches. He's going to be main eventing Wrestle Kingdom this year for the title. So
I can't wait, dude. Oh, Wrestle Kingdom is always so good.
Yeah, it is, and it's 2 nights again this year. So and heads up to anybody who just to avoid getting ripped off on that show because I know it happens to people all the time. Buy it off of New Japan World because
yes, it's cheaper.
Yeah, for the $10 a month, similar to the network, you just get it. Otherwise, if you go through like Fight TV or they're going to charge you like 30 or same here, but it's the same kind of thing with like Impact. Like Impact Wrestling this past weekend did Turning Point, and if you have Impact Plus, which is free, you went on Impact Wrestling's website and you could just watch Turning Point. It didn't cost you anything. If you went on Fight TV, it would have been $10.
What?
So you just have to be looking out for that kind of stuff. Like, you know, like there's. I'm not saying, like, because once again, this was all legal. Like, I didn't stream it for free. I went on Impact's fucking website and just watched Turning Point. Like, but if you wanted to Fight.tv, you would have had to pay $10 for the show. So just look out for that kind of stuff. And Fight
Make
TV
sure
is great.
Don't illegally stream.
Yeah, I mean, and that's in Fight TV. Like I watched the whole GCW collective through Fight TV. Like it's a great fucking service, and they're charging what they probably have to because it's bandwidth and stuff. I understand, but you can watch New Japan World for $10. You know what I mean? Like instead of paying whatever the pay-per-view price is. So it's similar. It's the same thing as the WWE Network. You pay $10 a month, or you still can pay. I bet you Survivor Series is on. I can't say I bet you, but it's probably on regular pay-per-view for like 30 or 40 or $50 or something.
I have cable now, so I could look.
Yeah. I don't even have cable to be able to even.
Well, no, my husband actually works with someone who did not have internet. They just had cable and they just got internet, and they were paying the full price for these pay-per-views to watch them.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I was like going to gift this guy a whole year of like a WWE Network. I was like, please. So, and you know what stinks too is I was going to send him to WrestleMania too. I was going to give him a ticket whatever ticket I got, I was going to give to him. And so, but maybe I can do that next year. So, because I'm not going to be able to go to WrestleMania.
You're going to be pretty busy probably.
Yeah, I'm going to be fresh. Well, almost. February 3rd due date, so.
February 3rd is the due date? I thought it was sooner.
Yes.
I thought it was sooner than that. I guess we're already in November.
No, well, I mean, yeah, well, the thing is I gave birth 6 weeks early last time. So that's why I get these progesterone shots every week to avoid that happening, because I would like to make it full term. But, like, yeah, my whole birth story is freaking crazy. Like, I did it all natural because they did not believe me. And they didn't believe that I was, like, in pain because I guess I didn't show it enough. And I was like, and I wasn't even on labor and delivery.
Seems like one of the most painful things, like, ever.
Yeah, it hurt. But, like, you forget it. You forget that pain. Like, it's weird. It's a weird... I mean, I don't forget it, but, like, you forget just how much it hurt.
One also, like, the reason you're doing it is, like, the best reason anyone could be going through pain.
Oxytocin, you get that oxytocin.
But this time, I didn't even think about that, yeah. Yeah, I guess
Yeah, but this time, so I'm not going to do it because I obviously didn't get an epidural last time. I didn't get anything. And I don't want to get one this time because I have a history of getting really bad spinal headaches because one time, this is like off on a tangent since we're done talking about it, but the one time I had to get a spinal tap to make sure I didn't have meningitis, and I ended up being hospitalized for 3 days because my fluid was leaking. I had to get like 2 blood patches, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get an epidural. But they give you laughing gas.
Nice, that's good stuff.
And I get to control it, so it's gonna be hilarious.
Not advocating that, by the way. Don't go off and get fucked up on laughing gas, but that stuff helps
if you're giving
so
birth.
much. Well, even the only time I've ever had it was like when I had like dental work done.
I get it when I'm at the dentist for sure.
Yeah.
Every single time I'm like, I'll pay the extra money because I can't. I used to do IV sedation for my dentistry, but my dentist office doesn't offer that. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna try that. But yeah, last time it was.
Well,
it was very wild, very crazy. There were no doctors in the room when I gave birth.
Remember Wild and Crazy Kids?
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh, I bought this game. It's called. It was like $40, but totally well spent. It like just came out. My brother was over here the other day, and he was like, "Hey, I saw an advertisement for this game, and it was it's Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, and it's just like Mario Kart, but it's all Nickelodeon characters, and it's like
what."
I've been playing it a lot. It's been a lot of fun. I should probably play that on Twitch. I haven't been on Twitch in a minute.
You should absolutely. I know. I was gonna ask you what the heck.
It's been busy doing video editing and writing.
That's true.
But I think I'm gonna probably start playing that on stream soon. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, getting slimed, baby.
Yeah. Dude, I talked about it. I was on.
Yeah, I'm jealous. You got to meet Stickley.
Yes. Stickley was cool. I got to see everything backstage. I'll never forget, I went to the little green room or whatever. They had the Dulce de Leche M&Ms, just a giant thing of M&M, big bowl. And I was like, oh. So I just ate a bunch of those,
That's badass. I would have done the same.
which I'm sure my parents appreciated so much.
You know what I wanted to see more than anything? And I still do. Like 32 years old, and I still would want to see. Remember Nick Arcade, the show?
Yeah.
I always wanted to see what it looked like. I bet you I can find it on YouTube. I bet you I can pull that up like no problem now. But I wanted to see what they were all on when they were like in the video games at the end, and they'd be like jumping around and stuff. Like what? Like how?
Oh,
what were they seeing?
Me.
Probably, but they would have had to been looking at like. But
the weatherman.
Yeah, it was probably exactly like that. But it's just funny to think about because this was like in like the mid 2000s, or sorry, the mid 90s.
Yeah.
Like pretty wild.
Girl, why did you see that?
Daniel says, double dare physical challenge, labor. Yeah, man. the glowing piece of the Radical Rock, the trophy for guts.
My friend had.
Yeah, that's still my my Grail memorabilia for my office. Like I am almost out of room with all the stuff I've accumulated, but I will make room for a giant piece.
I'm gonna ask her.
See what she'll take for it. Because she actually competed, right?
No, her mom was the producer.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
My best friend's mom was like a director-producer for a whole bunch of Nickelodeon shows.
And that's how you got like to do some of this stuff, right?
That's how I got to be on Suntime Live because her mom was leaving Suntime Live, and so I got to be a part of that and I got to watch her mom.
It's so awesome.
It was so cool. Oh yeah, I got to see all like the girl. Her name was Jessica. The girl on Suntime Live. She was like going to school to be like an interior designer, and she actually did the design for my best friend's room. I don't know if she ever finished her school, but she did a really good job.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's got good memories. Is that?
I know. Then my parents did kickboxing class with her. She did kickboxing classes, the YMCA.
What was her last? What was Jessica's last name? Your friend? Do you remember?
Oh, my friend's last name?
Well, like, or, sorry, I just, like, I just Googled Slime Time Live, and I read something wrong. Sorry.
Oh. Her last name was Hayward.
Yeah, it's just so funny. I don't know if you know, this will be really funny if I can find it on Google. People will recognize this guy if I can find yeah. So, I need to stretch so bad. Check this out. It's,
okay.
That is WWE Network's own Sam Roberts on...
My God. on what's that show called?
Figure It Out.
Figure It Out, yes, with the board.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
Sam Roberts.
What a strange...
Flicks quarters off his ankle. And then there was another Nickelodeon...
Jessica Holmes. That's her name.
Gotcha.
The girl that my parents used to go to.
So I might have brought this up on the show before, but this I just think is hilarious too. Like, there was a show called My Brother and Me back in the day, where this kid...
Yes!
See, like, that the cool Dr. Money haircut? That guy? That's Kenny King, who wrestles for Ring of Honor.
What?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah. And his name was even Kenny on the show, which is hilarious.
That's so funny. They just decided just to not even try.
Yeah. He said that, I actually, so like I just somehow just knew about that. And then I had replied to something that Kenny King was on, and Sean Ross Sapp like commented with a link to like, he had actually interviewed Kenny and asked him some questions about that, and I watched the interview. It's so funny because Kenny was talking about how he was like supposed to be kind of like starring in like some Nick shows that were coming out, and then like something had happened. I don't know. It didn't pan out for whatever reason, but like he was like really into acting as a kid, and then he went up getting into pro wrestling. But yeah, fun facts for all y'all who stuck around to the end of this show as we ramble on about random shit. Well, I've got the sponsors pulled up. I guess I can go through those before we get on out of here.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna start.
If you want, oh yeah. Well, let's say if you have any last minute super chats, if you have any like input that you want to give about your predictions for Survivor Series or any opinions you have on like the whole Twitch thing or literally football, whatever. Please do super chat if you want. If you don't have to, but we will absolutely get to it after our sponsorship. So go right ahead.
Yes, we will make sure 100%, like Jessi said, if there's anything you send at the end of the show, we will make sure to read it before we log off. And the donation link's in the description too. So anything works the same for us. WrestleRumble.com, that's the place to be for fantasy pick'em contests for professional wrestling. They have the Survivor Series pick'em contest and the Worlds Collide belt giveaway. So a lot of stuff this weekend on WrestleRumble.com. This is going to be awesome. So the raffle, for $1, they're giving away 4 prizes. All right, so $1, you're entered into the Worlds Collide belt raffle. Someone's getting an AEW championship, someone's getting an original NXT championship, someone's getting an ECW championship, and somebody's getting the National Wrestling Alliance World's Heavyweight title. These are the best replicas you can find. I shouldn't say that, because there's probably people who make like replicas that are thousands and thousands of dollars. These are replicas that I would assume are probably around $400 to $500 a piece. I mean, these are like the super high quality replica belts, and they can be yours for $1. If you put in $4, you could hypothetically win 4 championship belts. The way that this all goes down is after Survivor Series, Solo Monster, who I'm putting here up on the screen, his information. Right after the show, he does his review, and as he's doing the review for the show, he'll put up all the names onto random.org, and it's not like I'm saying org. I gotta know it sounds better. Random.org, and now I can't get over it. And all the names go up on the screen. He hits a button, and a random name pops up. So you watch it; it's fully transparent. You know exactly who won, exactly when it happens. And like I said, that's $1. So I'll probably throw a good $20 or so in myself and hope I come up with something. I've won a belt before. The belts are real. I got one up on my wall right now. I mean, it's awesome stuff. And on top of that, they are doing the Survivor Series Pick'em contest. First place, $500. Second place, $250. Third place, $100. The entries are $10, $20, and $30 for that. So for 1 entry for 10, 3 entries for 20, 5 entries for 30. It's pretty much how it sounds. You're going to be picking winners and losers of matches. There's going to be certain stipulations, possible surprises. Sometimes there's match lengths. I don't know what the questions are yet, but basically it's exactly how it sounds. You pick a whole bunch of stuff, kind of DraftKings style, and first place, second place, and third place for that are all getting cold hard cash. I mean, literally, first place is going to get $500 sent straight to them. Second place, $250. Third place, $100. And yeah, I mean, what more can I say? 4 championship belts and what's that? $750, $850 worth of cash. Go over to Wrestle Rumble right now. Stay up to date with all their contests on Twitter at Wrestle Rumble. Also, shout out to Music City Toys and Collectibles. Music City Toys and Collectibles has awesome deals on awesome stuff. Whether it's, I mean, right now they got a whole bunch of trading card stuff going on. They do conventions when the conventions are around. Here's some more trading cards. They've been doing a lot of trading card stuff lately. But yeah, I mean, they have a little bit of everything. There was a I Love the 80s giveaway recently, and or not giveaway, but a claim sale. And all that, I mean, just a ton of stuff. Whether it's action figures, DVDs, autographed memorabilia, even like t-shirts and stuff every now and then. I mean, they have so much stuff, and I promise you're going to get a good deal at a good price. Deal with the easy people to deal with over there at Wrestle Rumble. They're great too. Over at Music City Toys and Collectibles. So make sure to check them out on all social media. Just search Music City Toys and Collectibles. And last but never least, my brother Brian Jensen. His Instagram is BoxingATL, BoxingATL. He is a co-owner of Steel Boxing and Athletics, a gym in Atlanta, Georgia. He works with Parkinson's Foundations. He is a cornerman for amateur boxers and professional boxers. He does a wide range of things in that world. So whether you're looking to just get in better shape or learn some self-defense, or you want to compete at an amateur or pro level, you just need someone to get some new eyes on what you're doing. You're an MMA fighter that's looking to improve their striking, just seeing what's out there. Brian can help you with that. if you have any kind of neurological issue, Brian can help you with that too. He is fully certified, especially when it comes to Parkinson's and those kind of things. So he has clients that are literally, 80 years old that he gets on Zoom calls with, or that he meets in person. Same.
Thank you. I love it.
And that's for everybody of all ages. He'll meet you in person in his gym. He'll meet you at your business. He'll meet you in a park. Like, he'll literally, like, if you have like a nice park around where you live that you want to hit the mitts outside, he'll do that with you. And if you're not anywhere near the Atlanta, Georgia area, still hit him up, because he'll help you over Zoom calls, Skype, that kind of stuff. He can help kind of life coach you as well. He's a great guy, and he's doing really good things, and I would encourage hitting him up. Once again, that's Boxing ATL, Boxing ATL, and him, along with all of our other sponsors. If you tell them that me and Jessi sent you their way, I promise you get really, really, really good deals on whatever you're trying to do. So thank you to all of our sponsors for today. And Jessi, what do you have going on?
Sorry if I was like making gasping noises and going, what the heck? Becky Lynch just posted her maternity pictures, and I freaked out for a second. There's one that just wearing a weird dress, and I was like, what? And but the rest, she looks beautiful. She looks stunning. She looks amazing. I could never, as a pregnant woman, I give her my love and respect. She looks great. Freaked out for a second. Just as a pregnant woman who's never had maternity photos, I was like, sorry, it's a thing. I don't know. She looks so beautiful. And Seth Rollins is like, whatever. He looks proud. I don't know, but she just steals the show. She looks so stunning. But anyways, yeah, so for this channel, anyways, besides that, breaking news, Becky Lynch is pregnant. If you like what you see here, if you like what you've watched, please do consider giving this video a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. The thumbs up really, 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 really help us out in the algorithm. We love our chat. We love everyone in the chat. Thank you so much to Dylan for super chatting.
Yes,
thank you so much to everyone for being super cool in the chat. Thank you for your really insightful discussions. We love it. We want more people like that in here. So if you like the video, if you subscribe to the channel, it lets YouTube know to recommend this video to other people that are like you, and that you can have more fun, and maybe you can make some friends and have more fun in the chat. And we love it so much. So thank you so much, everyone. Like I said, do please consider giving this video a thumbs up and a subscription to the channel. If you want to subscribe to something different, if you want to subscribe to my OnlyFans, that would really mean a lot to me. I know it's not for everyone, that's okay, but that is my main source of income, and my family's main source of income. I am also, like Becky Lynch, pregnant right now, expecting a child in February. She's a little bit more sooner than me, but I do giving birth is not free. So OnlyFans is a really good way to support.
Just be done.
I'm almost done. We're going to the sponsors. It's the best way to support me directly, other than the YouTube channel. Okay, go ahead.
Let me get up here.
So onlyfans.com/Jessi
No.
JESSI.
No, you do mine.
Okay.
So guys, I hope you like my better than my mom, because I have beautiful singing and she's divorced.
Okay.
Just kidding, you're nice.
Aww.
Everyone's channels are nice. And I love to eat these.
Oh, don't eat the AirPods.
And
And
I love to eat this.
yum.
And I love to eat that.
Mm.
And I hope you like our videos. I need to do
So what should they do to our videos?
What?
What should they do?
It's Skype and like. Bye.
Yes.
Thank you, Scarlett. And you can follow me, or you can't even see me. You can follow me on Twitter at Jessi Buckeye. On there, that's the only ways to get a hold of me are my Twitter and my OnlyFans. Everything else is private. So it would really mean a lot to us, and that's where I live tweet all my stuff. That's it. I don't know when we'll be on here next, but we'll be reviewing Survivor Series whenever that, unless there's super breaking news or something.
Yeah. Because we'll both be watching AEW tomorrow, so
Yeah.
if something crazy happens, because I would like to talk AEW soon, because there's been a lot of good stuff with that too.
I know, we've got to.
So, and I know some people have differing opinions, but I've been enjoying AEW.
I've been enjoying the heck out of AEW.
And I've been enjoying, by the way, NXT as well. I catch up on that and stuff. I mean, there's plenty of good wrestling out there. It's just
Yeah. Oh yeah.
if I had to choose.
Knocking.
I had to choose one, though, I mean, right now it's AEW for me. But hey, we might get an incredible Survivor Series that might pull me right back in. You never know. So
Yeah.
you can follow me on Twitter at @FightTalk_, FIGHT_TLK_. I'll put all my stuff there, all my videos and stuff that I added and whatnot. I'll just throw on there. Actually, I made a link tree, so if you're on my Twitter page and go to the link on my bio, that actually has all my stuff now, which makes it really easy. So like these shows with Jessi, all the stuff I do for All Things MMA, my podcasts, everything is just right there on Linktree now. So maybe check that out, because that's going to be the best way to like just check to see if I have new stuff coming out. But I'm always trying to make sure to put it on Twitter too, to kind of let everyone know as well. So
She just unmuted me.
nice. Well, that's gonna do it. We'll see y'all either later this week or maybe early next week. We'll see. But if you're subscribed, if you're following, then you'll know when we're going live.